Dude.
Put the cap on before you do that.
Yep, please do. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Spyder Garage. We're doing something a little bit different today, and that is giving back to someone that has helped us out tremendously through the years. Typically when we do this, it's for another car enthusiast, maybe helping them get their car running, back on the road, whatever it is. But in this case, we're working on this. You guys have seen this trailer several times in past episodes. This is the trailer we use to haul miles around to everywhere pretty much. I just turned over 100,000 miles on my 2019 Trail Boss here, and over half those miles have been spent towing things around on this trailer. So we're going to fix it up and clean it up. We're giving back because I don't actually own this trailer. This actually belongs to my father-in-law.
We've been borrowing it this whole time.
Yeah, we've been borrowing it for every one of those adventures you guys have seen us on. And we offered to put new wood on it, sand it down, descale it, clean it up, repaint it, seal the wood, put new wood back on, you name it, everything that it needs, because he's owned this thing since 2001, so it's 22 years old now. I've already replaced the tires, partly because I had to. I blew a couple of them. But anyway, it was just one of those things that we knew we needed to do because we've had to borrow it from him so many times that we just wanted to say thanks by fixing it up for him, and that's what we're going to do now. Walking around this thing, you can see the old wood was actually curling up and peeling pretty badly. I wish I'd gotten a shot of it before we started this episode, but the wood came off before we realized we should have probably filmed that. But, you know, 21-year-old trailer will start to get a little rusty underneath, so it's good that we saw that. Now we can fix that while we have access to it. A lot of this wood was cracked and broken. Back at the back there, it was curled up so high that it was going to catch on the next car that was going to load, and so it just was getting to be almost unusable. So a little bit of damage right here. Yep, I did that. It's pulling too fast around a corner. Was a little overconfident about where I was, the tight spot that I was pulling into, and caught the edge of a dumpster. Hit that, immediately shredded both tires as well because it was a sharp corner. So we're going to do our best to try to weld in some new metal right there too and fix that. But anyway, I'm going to unload this wood and take it back up to the garage up there so we can start sandblasting it. All right, here it is in front of our garage. We're gonna get the media blaster that we've got. We think it works, we've never used it before. We've got a bag of some pretty coarse media, and we're gonna hook it up to our air compressor and see what this does to this really nasty scale you see here on the top of the metal here. This stuff's all been covered up for 21 years, 22 years now. So I don't know, we'll see. And if not, we'll grab a wire brush and a flap wheel, whatever we can to kind of clean this up. I don't know. I'm going to be real honest. I don't know. This is just something we've had in our inventory for a while, and we're just going to assume it works. We also got some black diamond blasting abrasives here. It's pretty coarse. We only got one bag of it though, so we're going to put it in the bucket here and use it as sparsely as we can, but I don't know. We'll see if it works. Something's coming out because it was bouncing back and hitting me in the legs.
Yeah. I don't know if it's enough though. No, that's coming out pretty well.
Okay, you just can't see it.
Yeah.
Getting you in the legs?
Yeah. It almost seems too heavy. We're
Okay.
suck it up.
Yeah. This is pretty big stuff.
That means smaller material.
That sucks. Huh. Well, maybe not today. Well, that didn't work. It kind of works, but not good enough. Not to where we can actually use this thing and get it done in the next couple days. It's going to take forever. It just barely made a dent on this, and that was after spending 5-10 minutes on the thing. And honestly, this bad boy right here would do a lot better at that and a lot faster. So
Yeah. I'm gonna try it out.
switching modes here. What do you think?
I don't know. Doing
It's not-
okay.
Yeah, it's not making as much as a dent as I thought it would, though.
No.
Maybe we can use it on the really scaly stuff to get the scale off, and then just use the rust inhibitor to seal it in.
Probably look good.
Use the flap wheel on the parts we really want to look nice, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm running out of flap wheels, too, I just noticed. I'll have to get some more. All right, well, we're learning. We're just going to keep at it. That's a little better.
Yeah. It works with the big stuff, but not.
Yeah, not the little stuff. Well, that's something anyway. Little update. Nathaniel's made pretty good progress. I know you can't really tell by looking at it on the camera here, but he's knocked off all the really heavy scale. And now we're going to put some arrestor on there. This is the stuff we're using right here. It's just a chemical that basically seals and encapsulates and chemically reacts with the rust. Turns it black and neutralizes it, really.
Yeah.
So Nathaniel's going to...
Just gonna do this panel for the test.
Yeah, we're just doing this as a test area right now. And then we'll do the rest of it here soon. Those things shred really easily too.
Yeah.
We'll go through several of those before we're done.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna need more.
Yeah.
Alright. Keep it a couple hours.
Yep. We'll check it out here in a little bit. All right, Nathaniel's got it patched up.
Yeah, I got it.
Looking pretty good.
Yeah. I'll work on it a bit more. But yeah, getting there.
Yeah, we got a little bit of body filler over here. We're gonna just touch it up just a hair. Not that it really needs it that badly, but why not?
I got some.
Yep, we got it. We'll use it. Barely any in there.
That's gonna be enough, I think.
Just enough to cover the pinholes, and that's about it.
Yeah.
There you go. Good stuff.
Okay, that's enough.
Yep. I hope that hardener's still good too. Ooh, might need it a little bit before you
Yeah.
put the.
Sand it down a bit more, even though I painted it.
Okay.
Some ripples in the filler.
Oh yeah, that's all right.
So,
It'll sand down a little bit more. Better than rust.
yep.
Looks good, dude. So Nathaniel got this piece done here. And he's got a little bit more sanding to go on the body filler itself.
Yeah.
But
You can see
first
here
coat, that's not bad.
where it's kind of ripply. In fact, I can actually feel it with my finger.
Yeah.
So let that sand down a bit more, and then I'll be good. I'll be good.
Yeah, you'll be good. Still a lot better than it was. So the rest of the trailer here has had all the scale and the rust sanded off, which was a lot of work by itself. I saved you guys the hassle of having to watch all that.
Basically just a lot of me grinding and then applying the stuff with a brush.
Yep.
Pretty boring.
Yep, the rust encapsulator. So that's got we put a little bit more on it today, and that's got to dry for 24 hours. We're going to put a coat of primer on this tonight so it looks decent and doesn't rust overnight. And then tomorrow we'll paint it. All right, wipe down, ready for primer.
Yep.
Whew, getting a little windy.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, kicks up right as you start, of course. All right, done for the night. We ran out of the primer we had, but we had another can of primer. One's darker than the other, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think we'll be ready to paint this thing tomorrow. What do you think?
Yeah.
All right. Back at it tomorrow.
Yep.
It's paint day. If you guys saw the time lapse, we moved the trailer right here into the shade because it is 93 today?
80 something, but yeah.
Well, yeah, the high is going to be 93. It's high 80s right now. And about 99% humidity. Not great painting weather.
No.
The metal on this was so hot to the touch that I couldn't touch it. So we're going to let it cool off a little bit. Probably going to wait until a little bit later in the day to actually do the paint job.
You gotta do a lot of sanding and cleaning, taping on first anyways, so.
Yeah, we got a lot of prep work to do in the meantime. So as soon as my dog stops barking at me because he hears me talking out here. It's okay, Libby.
Hi.
It's all right.
What?
We're not breaking in.
Hi. I know.
Yeah, it's okay. I know you're protecting this. Yeah, good girl. Yeah. Anyway, we'll get started on this very soon. All right, got this sanded down. Blew the whole thing off. We're gonna wipe the whole thing down with a little bit of acetone and wax and grease remover, and then start painting here very soon.
dirty as it was before. I think it was something kind of like this, pretty watery.
Yeah, that's all he really said was just make it.
Yeah, make it about the consistency of water.
Yep.
It's pretty close to that.
Dude.
Nice. Put the cap on, please.
Yeah, please do. There you go. That's your first radio, right?
Shut up. Just shut up.
What do you think?
I'm done.
All right.
Turned out pretty good.
Yeah,
Not bad.
it did.
20-year-old trailer. So
22, I think it was. Yeah, 22 years old.
So.
Yeah, let's take a look at it. I mean, it's got ripples. We knew that. We weren't there to fix all that. But all of this was the worst flaky rust.
Pretty bad.
We knocked off several pounds of rust before we ever started this job. So,
Yeah.
so it's been ground off, encapsulated with rust protectant, and then painted. And just covered with a good coat of single stage gloss black.
Yep.
Yeah. Put some new wood on here. It'll look like brand new.
Yep.
Almost brand new.
Yeah.
Not quite. It's got some dings and years of abuse.
Yep.
Hey, but I'm glad we got the rust and the fender that was torn taken care of right here, because that's going to save it for several more years. Because I tell you what, this area right here was so bad, I don't know that this would have lasted too many more years.
Yeah.
It was starting to eat up that whole thing.
It kind of was, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we'll let this dry and take everything off of here, and we'll take it back to Rick.
Yep.
Start working on some wood.
Yep.
Good job, bud. Trailer is done, and we are here to put on the Trailerman decals with our little kit here. But look at this. It's brand new. Oh, man. Reflective decals, painted underneath the tires. Here's our other Trailerman decal we just gave him. Let's do this. Yeah, because you got to spray it down as it comes off.
Yeah.
Well, this one's got application paper, so maybe not.
Still do, I think. to do that as it's coming off, just as it's before I put it on.
No. This one may not need stuff to slide it around.
You still want it to.
Okay.
For placement. You can't just stick it on there and slide it around like you want to without any of that paper. A little slower.
Oh yeah, that's... Yeah, go at an angle just a little bit.
Go a little slower.
You want to sit down on this thing? It's going to go almost all the way to the end, it looks like.
Yeah. What about there? Look good?
That looks pretty good.
I didn't put enough. You didn't spray enough. I can't move it now.
You can't, it won't slide?
It won't slide. So
yeah,
that's where it's going.
It looks pretty good anyway. Here's your squeegee.
And it looks good, looks good to you?
It does. I'd say go for it. Wind can die down any time now. Does it slide at all?
A little bit.
Oh,
More than
perfect.
last time.
Oh, yeah, it slides. Needs to go up a little bit on the right hand side. Yeah, the whole thing needs to, yeah.
Good.
That looks good.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, right there.
It's right here. Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah. Okay.
Nathaniel is taking off the very last letter
Yeah.
from the transfer paper.
Yeah.
We've not filmed this because,
Been a little tedious, as most decals are.
well, I was going to say because there would be curse words, and this is a rated G.
Well, not that bad.
No, we weren't cursing, but it was pretty close.
Yeah.
Well, the transfer paper has been having a little bit of difficulty.
Yeah, it's a small letter, kind of. It's these small letters on decals are always super hard because it doesn't like to stick
Yeah.
as well as the transfer paper does sometimes.
Yeah, let's just say the transfer paper sticks better than the sticker or the little outline
So
letters
it's
themselves.
you just have to go slow and do it.
Yeah, this has been a few hours between yesterday and today trying to get all these
About
letters.
an hour and a half. Yeah.
Hour and a half, 2 hours, yeah.
Yeah, you just kind of have to go slow with it, unfortunately.
Yep. So it's working out, but it's been painstakingly slow, and you can see how Nathaniel's having to make sure that the sticker, the letter stays on this and doesn't pull up with the transfer paper. So we'll come back when Nathaniel's done. Otherwise, this will be a 3-hour episode. And he's done.
Yep. Actually, it took a lot less than I thought it would. So.
That was the letter I. Wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
That does look pretty good, though. I gotta.
Yeah. That looked way better than it did.
Oh yeah. So that's what it used to look like when it was brand new 22 years ago. Actually, the whole trailer looks like it did 22 years ago, doesn't it?
Minus the dents, but yeah.
Minus the dented up fenders, but yes. Yeah. So here it is, guys. Brand new trailer. easily, you know, the only thing I regret is not painting this now.
Yeah, I should have painted the wheels.
Yeah, we got one rusty spare tire on there.
I guess we could still take it off, take it to the parish.
Yeah, that could still be remedied.
Yeah.
But the rest of the trailer will easily last another 22 years. That wood especially really makes me happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That looks good. All right, well, I think that's where we're going to end this one right here, guys. We just wanted to put this back together because he's helped us out so many times with this trailer. We just wanted to give back in some small way. It's going to last another 22 years, and we're going to probably use it here in about a week. So it was in our best interest to get this thing back on the road pretty soon ourselves. But beyond that, we hope you guys enjoyed just kind of watching the restoration process. It's just a simple paint job, putting the wood back together. Yeah, it doesn't take a lot to get these things back on the road again. So you take care of your stuff, they'll take care of you. Appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you next time. We spilled white last time, and now we're just mixing a little black in there.
Yeah.